All right, back out on the XJ. You can see you got the no door kit on it, getting ready for this summer weather. Wanted to finalize on some speaker work. Um, I love the Hyanka systems. Love their 12s. I've got the 2 ohm, 4 ohm. I got the mid range. I got the 6.5s. I got the tweeters. Um, One of the issues I had with Hyanka is they didn't have an amp big enough yet to push their 12s. So I'm pleased to announce that they do have their new line of amps that are out. You can get them in 1500 watt or 1200 watt RMS. For this one, I've got 1200 watt RMS. It is 1, 2, and 4 channel ohm stable. I'm going to run it in 1 ohm. Basically, what I'm going to do is this is a 4 ohm currently. I'm going to take this 4 ohm out. I'm going to put a 2 ohm 12 in there. I'm going to run it down to 1 ohm and put this amp in here and see how it does. If it pushes it like I want it to, then I'm going to end up actually getting 2 more of these and running these independent off of the amp. But as far as this amp here, it like I said, this is the 1200 watt series. Comes with your instruction manual, mounting brackets. On the side, it can give you a little bit of frequencies. Let's see, if I run it at 1 ohms, we're looking at 1260 watts, which should be plenty. So we're going to get this unboxed, show you what it looks like out of the package. Then I'll put it on time lapse, show you taking my speaker out, and then show you how to take the 2 ohm down to 1 ohm and hook it to the amp and see how she sounds. All right, first impressions. Pretty beefy amp. Pretty heavy, pretty sturdy. It's got extremely large connections for your ground and power. Again, this is a 2-channel amp. And it is, like I said, 4, 2, and 1 ohm stable. All right, it does come with the remote too, which you can wire to the front to adjust your gain from up front if you want to wire it, so I don't have to come back and do all that. This is the CDP 1200D. So again, I'm going to run this in a 1 ohm and just run it on one of the 12s for now, see how it sounds. And again, if it does what I want it to, then we're going to have a total of 3 of these in here and get some of this other stuff cleaned up in here. With Hyanka not producing amps until now that were capable of pushing these subs, I've had to mix match a couple amps. So I'm hoping this does what I want it to do, and then we'll be all Hyanka throughout the whole Jeep. It sounds phenomenal. I'm just hoping these amps will push the subs without the subs clipping on me. So we'll see what happens. All right, so here's the, like I said, 4 ohm that I'm taking out. Just simply going to replace it with a 2 ohm. That way I can take it down to 1 ohm and run the amp at the max power. So going to get this disconnected, get the other one squared away, and show you how I did that. All right, starting to get this stuff cleaned up a little bit so you can see what I got going on. So as you can see, like I said, this is the 2 ohm, right? So it's a dual voice coil 2 ohm sub. So basically what I'm going to do is run this down to 1 ohm and then run the amp at 1 ohm. In order to get a 2 ohm dual voice coil down to 1 ohm, what you have to do is you're going to run negative to negative, so run them in parallel, and then positive to positive. So what you'll do is you'll essentially have 2 jumpers that you'll run this way, and then you'll connect your power or your positive to your positive and your negative to your negative, and that will take it down to 1 ohm. You can check impedance by putting an ohm meter on this side to verify you have the right ohm impedance. But let me run the jumpers real quick and show you what we're doing. Okay, so in this instance, I'm using orange as positive. So basically, from this positive terminal, just run a jumper to this positive terminal. Same with negative. Negative from this terminal over to this terminal. Now what you'll do is when you hook it to your box, you'll just put your negative into your negative and your positive into your positive, and now you have a 1 ohm resistance speaker. So let me get those hooked up, get it backed in the box, and then we'll start looking at switching out these amps, and then I'll show you how to run it at 1 ohm as well. All right, so we're going to replace this Bazooka 300 watt amp with this Hyanka, but you can see I've got a conglomeration of wires and stuff here. So what I'm going to do first is disconnect it all, get this off, and then we'll go from there. If you can see, this is a little bit bigger. This is right at about 6 inches wide and about 19 inches long. 0 gauge power and ground, and 8 gauge speaker. So super excited to put this in. Let me get this all apart and then we'll show you what we got. So since I'm bridging this down to 1 ohm, I'm going to run this positive and this negative. So this will be my bridge point to take it down to 1 ohm. So that's what we're getting ready to put together now, and then get mounted back up here and then go from there. All right, so we got it all hooked up. Should be wired good. Went ahead and disconnected the other speakers and amps. So the only thing that's going to run is the Hyanka and the one 12-inch Hyanka 2 ohm. So got this bridge down to 1 ohm, remote, ground, everything's good. We're going to start up and see how she does. All right, so I apologize for my voice. It's a little sore right now, but got the amp hooked up. This thing is definitely pushing the 1200 watts. I'm going to hook the watt meter up to it. Just got to find batteries to do that, and then I'll do a follow-up video. Very impressed with the way this thing operates. I'm actually going to order 2 of them, 2 additional ones, and hook the other 2 Hyanka 12s up to it. Sounds absolutely phenomenal. No issues, no clipping. Definitely pushes the speaker with what it needs to do. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Again, you can also get this in 1200 watt, or I'm sorry, 1500 watt. But 1200 watt does me fine. I will put the link for both the 1200 and the 1500 in the description. So check them out. You won't be disappointed. And again, Hyanka keeps coming out with new products, and they're knocking it out of the park. Check them out. All right, just to be clear, all this stuff will be cleaned up. I'm kind of OCD about it, so everything will be re-ran as far as the wires, zip tied, cleaned up. But I didn't go through all of that for now because I'm going to replace this Audio Tech again with two more Hyanka amps. So as soon as I get those in here, get all 3 12s running on the Hyanka, it will be a complete Hyanka system minus my capacitor. So super excited to get this all squared away. Again, loving the product. You're not going to beat it, especially for the price. Check them out.